Good morning and welcome to Community Couch Time, May 7th. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's guest speaker on our show on Community Couch Time. It was a lot of fun for me, I have to say. So we've been talking about the month of May and all of the great and important things that are associated with this month. And so we've talked about how the month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month. We've talked about how it's also Asian American Heritage, my husband's birthday, Cinco de Mayo, but we haven't talked about the fact that it's also Mother's Day month, right? So this year's Mother's Day falls on May 10th, Sunday. So that's really interesting because in Mexico and Central America, it's always on May 10th, regardless of the day of the week. But in the United States, it's always the second Sunday of the month. So this year, May 10th is the second Sunday of the month. So it's Sunday. So what I want to do for today is I just wanted to share a story about my mother, and then that will be connected to your daily journal. Okay. So my mom was a single mom. She raised my brother and I by herself. She left New Mexico when we were like about 2 years old. I was 2, my brother was 1, and we moved to Salinas and then eventually to Oxnard. And my mom always had to work like 1 or 2 jobs just, you know, to raise us. And so I remember growing up and not really having my mom home a lot of times. I remember like wishing that my mom was home, and sometimes, you know, like we'd have to go to bed with a babysitter, and then, you know, my mom would show up sometime in the night and then she would leave and the babysitter would leave, and we would wake up, and if we were lucky that day my mom would be there, which was just beautiful. And I remember some really good memories of waking up and having to go to school. And if my mom was there, I'd wake up super early so I could spend some time with her. And I remember laying on the couch and wrapping up in the blanket. My mom would watch news in the morning, and she would make coffee. So I just remember like the smell of the coffee, laying on the couch, watching the news, and wanting that to last forever. And then of course eventually you have to get up and get dressed and go to school. But those are really good memories that I have. And I also remember that my mom was, as a single mom, she didn't have like a whole lot of extra money, you know, to like do fancy things with us. But I remember that she always did the best that she could. And one of the things that was really important for her that she did for us, that now that I'm older and I'm also a mom, I appreciate a lot, is that she used to always make sure at the beginning of the school year, so like the end of the summer, she would take us to go buy clothes, like new school clothes. And I remember that it wasn't like fancy clothes, like we wouldn't go to the mall or anything like that. We would go to, at that time, Kmart. It's like a Walmart, sort of like a Kmart store. We used to go to Kmart and buy our clothes. And then when Christmas came, so it's like the second semester, her gifts always included new clothes. So we didn't have a lot of money, and she didn't make a lot of money. But one thing that she always made sure was that we had nice clean clothes and that we went to school presentable. And so I have to give her a lot of props for that, and I don't do that enough. And so this Mother's Day I'm going to, and I'm sure my husband's going to make sure to hold me to that. But yeah, so for Mother's Day this year, I'm going to make sure to tell my mom all the things that I appreciate that I oftentimes don't tell her. They're in my heart, but I don't get them out. So today for your daily journal, I want you to write about your mom or the woman who has raised you, or the man who has raised you, if that's the case. Write about what it is that you appreciate them, and any ideas that you have for showing them that you appreciate them. Okay, thank you. In lak'ech. Have a good day.